everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Unturned podcast. I'm your host, cucuycharles, and we're joined once again by the Knight Rider,
Hello.
Trident Games.
Hey, Oliver, it's exactly like Tarkov.
And Stas is on vacation still, so he won't be back till next episode. And we're joined by a special guest today, Napple.
Napple.
Hello.
You want me to call you Napple, or like do people call you Pineapple? I'm confused.
The people call me Pineapple, but my official name is referred to. My official name is Napple. Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting because you're kind of a new person on the block. Like when I saw your content, it was actually recommended to me, which is surprising because usually all the time that I get for YouTube recommendations when it comes to Unturned, it's usually just by the same people. And I'm starting to see a shift into more and more like random recommendations. So I don't know if that's like a mainstream thing, but then again, you had 33K views on your first video you ever posted.
Yeah, how does it feel to be a one-hit wonder?
It feels pretty good. I was not at all expecting it. I mean, when it was at one point during the summer, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna make a YouTube video, and yeah, that's gonna be it. And I was just like looking for like a game to play. Just chose Unturned randomly. Just didn't put too much thought into the video. It was just very experimental. I did not at all expect the attention it got within such a short period of time.
Has anybody told you you kind of sound like a budget moist critical?
Oh yeah, I get that all the time. Motherfuckers even say I look like moist critical.
Oh no!
Oh,
turn on your face cam. Turn on your face cam.
Okay, that's gonna be a bit of a process. Hold up.
You don't need to do that.
No.
Yes,
Keep on talking.
That,
I think I have my.
You don't need to do that, Napple.
Yes, he does.
For
yes,
the sake
he does.
of me, please
I
do
absolutely
not do that.
No,
want
you
to.
can't. No, you can't just
sake
make
of
a
me.
claim like that and then not have some evidence to back it up. Like what?
You could just say it. It doesn't need to be shown.
It can be said. I'll send you. Don't worry, Knight Rider. I'll send you a cute pic in a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
But
when I saw that the numbers you were pulling on a fresh channel, on a basically kind of like not to discredit your video, the video was decent, but like it wasn't really super fast paced or it wasn't really super edited. It was just kind of like clips of what happened on the server.
Yeah, it was kind of like Ruben Sims style of stuff. I like it.
But then again, it was like it shows that there's still pretty much a big audience for Unturned, even if it's not from the content creation scene. Like, I think what your video showed to me and a lot of other people proved me right, that there is a big audience of people that still want to watch Unturned. And it
absolutely.
It doesn't need to come from the established people that have been existing for years. That newcomer can come on the block and literally get a hit on his first video about Unturned. And I think that speaks volumes about Unturned as a whole, and specifically on YouTube. Like, your video wasn't at all like super edited or like super crazy. It was just you playing the game, and I think that that's very telling of what Unturned's capable of on the YouTube scene. I think it's very interesting. How do you feel about that, actually? Because I don't know if this ever crossed your mind, but it crossed mine multiple times when seeing that number just kept rising. And I'm like, damn.
Well, I'm not honestly too sure how to feel about it. I mean, maybe it was just very lucky. I maybe just got blessed by the algorithm somehow, or maybe it was like my inclusion. Because in that video, P9 and Lap did show up. I don't know if their inclusion had something to do with it. Maybe, I mean, I was included in, from their point of views, I was included in some of their videos for. Okay, so I was included, right? In P9's video, or a video P9 made.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Just
I remember.
Yeah, just one. It was basically in my video you saw my. Okay, I'm fucking this up very badly. Hold up.
It's okay.
I show up in Laps and P9's video on the server I was recording on. Okay, I have no clue where I'm going with this. Next question.
You think that their inclusion in the video helped it?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I know that sound. I mean, like, I think people would point to that as a thing, but to me, your video didn't even include them in the title. Like, your video was completely. If I wasn't to look at it, right, and this is purely based on like the audience retention rate not being that long in the first couple minutes, there was no inclusion of really them in the first beginning half. Like, it was just you messing around and then like blindfolding yourself and then dying. Like, it was literally just you. I think to say that is very. I don't think that's true. I don't think it's true that they really had a big influence on that video. I mean,
did it come out like what, a few months ago? Like, what was
it was about like a month. Yeah, it was like a month and a half ago it came out.
But I think
a month and a half. Yeah, Lamp I think was around like 500 subs though. So I don't think his or Peanut's popular had anything to do with it because they're kind of in the middle of the video.
Brian, why does your mic sound weird?
Yeah, and I didn't even know that you were related to.
I'm gonna flip you off,
like,
Knight.
You knew the guys, during the beginning half of the video. Like, I had no idea. I literally thought you were just some random guy who made an Unturned video. And later was told was that you're good friends with Lap, and you did do that video with like ports of them. But then again, you didn't really. Yeah, again, you didn't clickbait them. You didn't use them in your title or thumbnail, which really does show again the amount of people that just came in because of that video. It wasn't specifically because of that. Maybe they did help like slightly, but still, it wasn't purely them. It's a big sign. Again, still a big sign of what Unturned is capable of, especially on a channel like yours, where it's not established at all and it's just you coming into the scene. So you just made this video. The first video you made was just like, oh, I'll just make a video just because for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy to think about. Well, you've been playing Unturned for how long? How long have you been playing Unturned for?
Well, I've been following Unturned I've known about Unturned's existence since 2014. I saw like a Let's Play video of like Unturned 2.0 and was like, I gotta remember this game, but I didn't really have any hardware even capable of running it at the time. All I had was like a Windows XP fucking Dell computer.
Unturned moment.
Yeah, but but like a couple years later, my family upgrades to a laptop that was capable of running Unturned. So like around 2016, 2017, I'm still a very young lad. First time playing it, was struggling to play it in like multiplayer servers because all I was using was like a trackpad and like these like shitty wobbly buttons on like under said trackpad in order to shoot and aim. But over the years, I've at least amassed 500 hours.
That's pretty good.
For like a second Steam. I've had 2 Steam accounts, but lost one. But yeah, that's about it.
Have you been watching any content creators that, like, during that time, the early days when you were playing Unturned, or no? Was it mainly just like you played it sometimes and then you get off of it and then do other things?
Yeah, pretty much. I was mostly into other games back then. Unturned was just kind of when I would occasionally play.
That's very interesting.
Well, I mean, that's good thing you made that video because now it has like 100K.
And there goes Charles. Wow, abandoning.
Yeah, Charlie. All right.
Podcaster, bro.
Let's see. I could probably brew up a few questions.
So, Pineapple, do you have any plans to continue your YouTube channel?
So once school starts again, I'm gonna probably take a break for a month and just kind of regain my footing in school. But then after said month, I'm probably just gonna. I'm actually likely. Yeah. I'm actually gonna likely move away from Unturned, but I guarantee I will visit it again sometime. But I'm just kind of not feeling it anymore, almost.
Like, will you actually really go more serious this time? Like, actually develop a schedule and go from there, or will it just be sort of like I'll upload here and there, but never the intention of getting super popular?
probably gonna at least have a somewhat schedule, somewhat have a schedule, but for the most part, I'm
You
just.
could do the Trident Games method and just not,
I'm gonna kill you,
Yeah.
mate.
When are you gonna
I'm gonna kill
upload
you.
again, by the way?
Oh my god, I'm not gonna. You know what? Fuck it.
I'm
I'm not
asking
uploading.
you. I'm gonna ask you
Channel's
every
dead.
podcast episode.
Channel is no. Alright. I'm working on a video, but
You better
it's
be.
yeah. Alright, let's see, Napple.
You better be working on a video, bro.
I'm literally just looking around the room to find something to like ask in relation. Okay, guitar. Do you play an instrument, or have you?
All right, so I gave up piano, which was a horrible mistake. I had like a fantastic teacher who was cheap and was like a very nice lady. I just got bored of it per se, but I really regret doing that now because I completely lost all my piano knowledge. But I tried. I had like a guitar for a little bit, but it broke pretty easily. Literally snapped in half.
You strum
Dang.
that. You strum that shit too hard.
Yeah, a little bit, but was interested in guitar for a little bit, but never really came into fruition. But right now, I'm trying to learn how to use Fruity Loop Studio.
Oh, like is that like a video? Not video. Audio editing program.
I think it's called a DAW or a DAW. It's like a digital audio. Yeah, digital audio workstation.
I see. Yeah, see, Knight. I told you this guy's amazing. I can't believe you'd say all sort of awful things before the podcast.
Honestly, bro.
Such a goober. Alright,
That's you. You're the goober for not uploading.
This
I wish you'd
guy,
hurry up and
Napple,
upload,
can you
bro.
believe this guy? The audacity
I really
of this
wish
guy?
you'd hurry up, bro. Honestly.
Cojones on this guy? What's this guy's problem? Let's see. Okay, well it's nice and bright outside my window. What time is it for you?
It 3:12.
3?
PM.
Like the PM?
Yeah, in the PM.
Fuck. No, you guys can like probably see each other.
It's 2 p.m. for me. What do you mean?
Yeah, you guys are closer to each other than I am.
Yeah, but like I don't want to though.
Evil, dude. Yeah, no, but like it was interesting just it was interesting seeing your video because I watched a fair bit of it. And I was saying, alright, this is a pretty funny video. I like it. And I can understand why it got the views that it got. Because before I thought it was just like some throwaway piece. Like, you know, something that didn't have like a lot of love and care. But of course, watching it, I was wrong.
Yeah. Well, when I'm, my style per se. Whenever I'm now, this is a bit like this is just a bit random, but I honestly hate it whenever I see a YouTuber with kind of like a hyperactive style, just noises, sound effects.
Like funny, like, hey, what's up, guys? Then they play some.
Hey, what's up, guys? So today we're gonna be playing
boing.
Minecraft with my boys, but
except some fucking shit like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand that. Yeah, that's annoying. The only reason they do that is because they have a huge fucking kid audience. So yeah, I mean, we can look at someone else who has a kid audience, the narrator. Can you tell us about that?
I don't though.
I thought only kids love lore.
Nope. Only smart people like lore.
I'm pretty sure.
Smart people like lore. Dumb people just play the game. Isn't that right, Napple?
You're
smart people are nerds. Sorry.
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Knight's insulting you. Fucking hell, Knight. You're such a mean
I'm
fan.
not insulting Napple.
You
I'm
literally
trying to get him on my side. Listen, Napple,
you
watch my videos, right? You watch for the lore, right?
Hey, no, people who play the game.
Wait, I watch Unturned lore? No.
Why?
because I'm not that interested in Unturned lore.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Get him out. All right.
Get him out of here. No, get him out of here.
Disconnect.
Try and get him out of here. Get him
I
out of
can't
here.
disconnect.
I'm gonna
I'm not in
sabotage
charge of
your
the group.
channel. I'm gonna dox you.
I bet
He's
you don't
gonna-
even know where I
he-
live.
oh man, he's gonna look up the time I said the
Mm.
F word in like the blocks heads
Yes.
or the blockheads all those years
Literally.
ago.
Shit. Wait, fuck. Okay, have you guys played the Blockheads on mobile devices? It's like a fucking Minecraft copy. What do you think of the game? I'm excited to hear.
All right. Well, so when I was young, it's been forever since I played it, but it was pretty all right, except its microtransactions were a bit abysmal.
Okay, I can slightly agree with you because like the game takes up a shit ton of time. Like fuck, but still, one thing that's like it's a pretty good game for it being free, especially since there's worse games out there.
Oh yeah, it's definitely one of the better mobile games, that's for sure.
Oh wait, I'm still on the couch. Holy shit, I'm like downstairs right now. It's like dark as fuck. Night, do something.
Come on, Knight, do something. You gotta say something.
Yeah. Bitch.
Bitch.
Bitch. Alright, what are you guys' favorite games?
My favorite games, there's this one game I've been playing, Into the Radius. It's basically like Stalker in VR. That shit is fun.
I
That actually
like
sounds fire.
Max Payne 3.
I come back and you guys are just not talking.
What?
What?
Yeah, we've
No,
been
no,
waiting
we're
for you.
talking,
No.
we're talking.
That was
Oh,
dead air for like a
We've
couple
been waiting
seconds
for
and I was
you.
coming back.
Dead air.
Dead
in a
air,
couple
I heard it,
seconds.
I heard
Just
it.
touch
Wan,
them.
dead air. Wan, just cut
Dead
it
air
out. Oh,
can't
wait,
have
you're
any dead
lazy.
air.
I'm not cutting out dead air, so I can prove a point. Alright, so
Okay.
I was
Alright.
talking about while I was gone. I'm sorry, I had to deal with something.
Napple asked us what our favorite games are. I said
Bro.
Max Payne 3.
Bro, Trident... Wait, what did you say, Trident?
I said Into the Radius.
You guys are
Well,
fake.
and Unturned.
I don't give a fuck, man. I fucking love the game. If someone give me a fucking good map that was like Stalker, I would be completely fine on Unturned.
Fake people call
But
other
all those
people
are
fake.
Russian. I can't.
Remember, when
I
you
can't
point a
read
finger,
Russian.
4 fingers point back at you.
I'm not pointing at nothing, bitch.
I'm talking to Charles.
I don't even know what you guys were talking about.
I'm just telling you, Charles, when you point a finger, 4 fingers point back
Oh my
at
god.
you.
Unturned for life, you know?
He's like,
True. This is true. Unturned good. Unturned very good. Unturned always good.
honestly, we're kind of getting a little bit off track.
When we're getting off track,
Napple.
you sound...
Okay, so Napple, what do you think of
Yo.
Elver?
Elver. I
Elver.
have not at all played too much Elver because I cannot find a good server for Elver.
For sure,
Like
Elver.
always, whenever I'm looking for an Unturned server, it's like I have to trade off like perks of the server I actually like full vanilla, and I'm gonna have to like trade off like having good ping for a good server. But you can have a shit server for good ping, pretty much.
Mhm. Basically,
It's
yeah.
fucking horrible.
Because honestly, like Elver is just it's basically just Tarkov, man. It's basically just Tarkov.
Is
I
there
can't believe
something
it.
bad about that?
There is something bad about it. It's just
What?
basically Tarkov, man. No
What's
originality.
bad?
It's just
What's bad?
Tarkov.
Why are you so cynical about Elver?
Honestly, like, what is your problem, bro?
It's just Tarkov.
I'm telling Dankaby.
Oh my god! I'm telling your mom.
Oh,
I'm just doing that
no!
tonight.
You're so
Please
cynical,
don't.
Trident. You're so cynical. What happened to
What's
the old
name?
Trident Games?
Pyrocynical.
You're not pyrocynical.
Don't
This
say
guy-
pyrocynical around us again, bro.
Pyrocynical.
Wah. That's you.
All right. Okay. So
Napple, I'm gonna ask Napple this question. You have made 2 videos since your big hit. Are you expanding? Like, I saw you expanding to Tarkov, but will you actually be expanding heavily to Tarkov? I understand that that's what all these kids are playing these days. But will you actually be expanding to Unturned off, or what?
Yeah, no, that's like Unturned free version, Escape from Tarkov free version is just kind of a one-off thing. I don't think I'm ever going to be revisiting Unturned at all.
No, you should. It's a good game, and plus
No,
that's like the algorithm right now.
no.
That is the meta for
Well,
Unturned
okay,
content at the moment.
Literally,
no,
Naf's
okay.
worst video right
Literally,
now is the Tarkov
this-
video. So
Yeah,
I don't
no,
think
literally
that's
just
true.
upload it for a month straight, just different Tarkov videos. They don't even have to be 10 minutes. They can only just be 6 to 5.
Yeah.
No, just play Unturned. Like literally, just play Unturned.
Yeah. Like Unturned doesn't really interest me at all. It just gets stale fairly fast.
Good. That's the way
I
you
think
feel
you're
about
just saying that because you're bad.
No, I don't think so because
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I'm not. Well, yes, I am a
Kidding.
little bad, but most of the time, whenever I die, like half of the time, whenever I die, the ping, I could literally be behind cover, and a motherfucker just shoots me from behind cover because the
Ping
ping
be
is
like-
so. No. I don't even think it's just ping. What's it called? Interpolation? Like it's horrible. Like the fucking horrible
Internet
interpolation.
connection.
Yeah, or whatever it's called. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's just
It-
no lag compensation. That's what it's called. It leaves a lot to be desired whenever I play
why are you
that.
telling
Whenever I play.
Napple to go play on Turn Off when literally that's not what his content is? Have you guys have watched his video? I know Knight has.
I've watched
have.
I watched his main video.
Listen,
And I can
listen.
understand.
I just want to get I just
It's
want to get a
classic
10-man Unturned off Zerg together.
So, okay, but hold up. So how could you say to Napple that had that as his main content and had that as his main big hit? Tell him
Knight
to switch
wants-
to a game where it's more so based on skill. I don't
Knight,
want to be watching the
Knight wants him
Rider.
to fail. Knight wants him to fail, and that's not very nice. Knight.
Yeah, for real. I don't want to be watching you, Knight Rider, just die over and over again. Like that's just not fun.
Listen, there is. I'm good. I don't know what you're talking about.
Nah, man, you only.
And
the
did he
one
just
video
really
I
do
saw
that
from
to you?
The one video I saw from you, you literally just died like over and over again. You got one kid that like missed like his entire magazine. So I mean, like,
What's wrong with that?
I don't know. It's just I don't.
There's
I don't
nothing
know.
wrong with
Personally,
that.
I don't. If
You're
I'm
just-
gonna go
you're
watch
just-
a video for
I-
skill,
I-
I would watch
I
any
really
of
feel
the
like you're
OG,
just
like,
being
tournaments that
sexist
happen
right
in
now. That's what I really think.
What?
I really think you're just being a bit sexist. That's all.
Damn. Wait.
Yeah.
So does that mean wait?
No,
wait.
but how could? But I was
Are you
just saying.
saying women should play in turn off?
I'm
Yes.
just saying that.
because I
How could
completely
you tell
agree.
Napple to switch to play on Turn Off when literally his main content that was a big hit is nothing related to skill. Not to like talk badly.
What do you
about
mean?
but
It takes
more-
it takes skill to decipher the intricate, like
talking about-
multi-layered story of Unturned.
But he didn't do that. That's the thing I'm saying here. He didn't do that.
You know what? Maybe this is right. Maybe the podcast did fall off since we're not talking about Unturned anymore.
I literally just got done talking about Unturned. What are you talking about? My last sentence was about Unturned,
so-
Trident. The podcast
Let's
is falling
see.
off because you don't listen.
What do you think about Nelson's this is a while ago, but Nelson's addition to clouds, like Napple,
The new clouds.
new clouds, yes,
Yeah, they're all right, I guess.
all right.
Yeah,
You
they're
guess?
just all right.
You're saying that they should stay in the game then?
Yeah, I mean,
I hate you, Napple. You know what?
I hate you.
I like the new
no.
clouds,
What the
actually.
fuck? What the
I
fuck? Why
hate-
do
I
people
hate-
give a shit about the clouds so
I
much?
do.
I
I've
never
been playing
look
the
up at the
same
sky
game like
constantly.
11
Turn
years
that
old.
shit
and you need to
off.
tell me,
Wow,
like, what
wow,
do
those
you do with the
clouds.
clouds? Yeah,
Ugly,
yeah,
bro.
okay.
It's so stinky, dude. It's like I'm trying to I want to
They
look
like
up.
make such
to
a
a
big
clear
deal about
sky.
it.
Nate, don't.
They make such a
No,
big
you do
deal
not want to
about
die in this hill. No, you don't want to
yeah,
die in this
yeah,
mountain.
Maybe
You
it
don't
was
wanna
for
die
a
in this
performance
Listen, I'ma be
increase per
honest, I
se.
just
I
wanna
mean,
die in
I
general.
mean, maybe if I could say, like, maybe the clouds kind of look like a little out of place, maybe for Unturned.
Not
I
really
don't
look out
know,
of
man.
place.
But
Have you seen the moon compared to the clouds? It looks so different.
I like the moon. It looks way
yes,
more
the
ominous.
moon
No,
looks better than
Night.
the clouds, but when they're
Well, the
put
moon-
together, it doesn't look right.
The moon looks like
I think you're
Nelson took
overthinking
a
it.
I'm
Nelson-
not overthinking
it looks like
look at
Nelson
look at the moon
took a
and
took
look
a
at the
fucking
golf
sphere
ball of the moon.
from
and then look at
Blender
the fucking
and drop that
paint
shit
splatter
in with
of the
global
fucking
lighting.
clouds. Like, come on. I'm sorry I had to talk over you, Trident, but literally, you can't tell me that They are
Charles
the
is
same
the type
caliber.
of person to not make a point and just say, "Come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like,
this
come
is the
on,
point.
man."
They're not the same. One of them is literally looks like somebody put a bunch of paint on the sky, and the other one is like a smooth circle, the moon. You mean to tell me that those are supposed to be next to each other? It doesn't work. That doesn't work. That's my point.
Maybe we just have a just make a toggle switch. You want shit clouds or good clouds?
Exactly.
How about
Nelson,
that? How about
exactly.
that?
Can you do this for us?
Exactly. Give us a fucking toggle switch, please.
I
Can
really
also give
think
us a
you're
toggle
looking
So
at
switch?
me
sad.
through
Listen.
rose-tinted
Well, okay.
glasses.
Here's my philosophy on why he did this. Because it's like grass. Like in for example, like Daisy. I don't think you can like turn down the foliage that much because that prevents
The
the use of like
foliage?
fucking grass, bushes, trees.
You
That sort
said
of
the
shit.
foliage. It's the foliage.
foliage.
Yes,
But you
foliage.
got what I meant, right? You meant
Yeah,
you
but
heard.
you
Shut
sound...
the fuck up, then. Shut the fuck up. All right.
Bro, that
No,
doesn't matter.
shut the
Words
fuck
are
up.
important.
Shut
It
the
doesn't
fuck
matter
up.
if I somehow through
I'm
blind
speaking
luck
words right
get
now,
what you
motherfucker.
meant
Shut the fuck up.
by saying like
Shut
you
the
go
fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
like
Shut
bro,
the fuck
you
up.
could have been like
Shut
you
the
go
fuck up. Shut
and it
the
would
fuck
have
up,
really
Knight.
mattered.
Shut the
No,
fuck up.
listen, you're
Shut
not.
the fuck up.
I'm not
Knight,
going to
shut the fuck
Trident.
up.
Words are
Shut
important. It's
the
literally,
fuck
people
someone-
say
can
literally
someone clip this
1984
and
Lebanon
post it
is
on Twitter?
literally
Tongue.
1984.
That's
The
like
revolution
Bro,
in
am I
America
getting-
will not
Shut
happen
the
because
fuck
there will
up.
be
This
no
can't be
words
real.
to
This can't be real.
express it.
Shut the
It'll
fuck
just
up.
be like,
Right. Shut the fuck up.
Trident,
This
stop. You're
can't
making me
be
laugh,
real,
and I'm
bro.
trying to be
What?
serious. Stop.
Are you done? Detention done? Baby, you need a
Almost.
bottle?
Bro,
Almost. I'm
bro, are you
almost done.
Bro, you guys are
Okay, can
pranking.
I
There's
get
no
back-
way. There's
Can I
No,
get
we're
back
not.
to
No,
where-
I'm not pranking.
I'm gonna
This
get
was
back-
literally
Serious, this is
1984.
serious.
Literally 1984. Bro.
No.
Guys, tell me in the
If I
comments.
was
Tell me in the comments.
1984
You know I'm right.
No, if it was 1984, you'd be gone. You'd be
If it was
disconnected.
1984, I'd make sure you were
Disconnected.
eaten by rats
You'd
by
be in
now, bro.
fucking thought prison. Taken by the thought police. Eating thought meals, which is like no meals, which means you're gonna
Bro,
die
you'd
from
be
starvation.
a part of the
God.
THOT thought police, okay? Let's shut up.
Yeah, I want to get arrested by a bunch of hot bitches, of course. You're gonna be
Alright,
arrested
bro.
by a bunch of stinky ass men. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, can I finish
What
my
is this,
thought?
bro? You guys
Foliage.
turn each other so fast, man.
Foliage.
Bro,
Foliage.
Trident
Grass.
actually has
The reason you
zero-
probably okay,
You said
no.
foliage again!
But okay, I don't give a shit. So basically, what I mean is like you get like you can't really disable it that much, otherwise you can't use it for cover and shit.
Napple, tell me you at least get where I'm coming from.
Night.
Listen, man, I understand, but just let the man just
Right,
Yeah,
okay,
fucking say foliage.
fine. I'll let him
Like
say
I
foliage
don't-
if he wants. Okay, I'm
Okay,
sorry,
let me
Critical, I'm sorry.
repeat-
All
Let me
right,
repeat-
just give him, just
Let me
give him a
repeat the
break.
point again.
Alright, okay.
I will. So they won't let you disable it because if they let you disable it, then you could probably see a lot easier, and then there'd be no use for stuff like actual hiding and ghillie suits and whatnot.
But why would you be hiding in the sky?
I'm not talking. I'm not. Well, that's something
Well, I mean,
else
sky
related.
bases.
There, what sky bases?
I'm sorry, but at that
planes.
point, well, the old.
I really
ones
do think
were-
they should get rid of sky bases.
No, I don't think so. Nelson, don't listen
Like-
to this clown.
Please get rid of sky bases, I'm begging you.
It's
When-
it's something in the game.
It's stupid.
for a
No,
long
Bro,
no,
time.
bro, I
Nelson
have
said
to
he
agree
was
with
going to
Knight right
add a
here.
gravity mechanic to base building at some point,
He
so...
said it was
A
a
gravity
mechanic to
mechanic to-
4.0, not 3. From last time I checked, it was supposed to be 4, not 3. But then again, he
It better
doesn't take
be
4.
both.
I don't think so. Let's
No,
discuss this because sky bases have been around for a long time. I think because this is the sad truth
I
about
think they're
Unturned.
charming.
Unturned's base building compared to other games of base building is very, very crude and very primitive.
Damn.
I
Nelson's
do
a
not,
caveman?
We can both agree on that, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But I believe that sky bases add a cool element to Unturned that not many other games have because they get rid of it.
Yeah.
Because again,
It's like
they
you
try to
can
make their
build
game
you
more
can build in the
realistic.
sky.
They try to
You
get
can
their
build in
game,
the sky.
Yeah, they try to make their game more realistic. But guess what? We're playing Unturned. This game is
Excuse me.
like a goofy little
Yeah.
walk game, I guess you could say. But everyone
Ain't no
says,
game.
That's the exact wording that everyone
This is
says.
real
when shit
life.
gets real. But still, like it's like that's the reasoning for most people. So why would we want to do that and ruin like one element of our base building that existed in Unturned for so long? For what? to please some person that like, oh no, it's not realistic. Like, no.
Yes.
completely
what the
disagree.
fuck? We're pandering to minorities? Do you mean that in terms of numbers?
Wait, hold on, pause. What was that?
Okay,
I guess
definition.
the unturned minority with that thing.
Yeah,
called
the
Sky
like
Bases
the
should be removed.
minorities. The minority doesn't no, does that mean you're racist? Because you assume I'm saying minorities as in black and Latino and Asian
We
people.
all black guy. Listen. I'm not racist, but
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
get the fuck out of here.
Like half the episode just left.
No,
like,
but
let's
that's
get
what
real though. Like,
SJWs are doing, bro.
I
They're
don't
trying
think
to
it
get
should be
people to
removed.
change shit. Now in Canada, if you misgender someone, you go to jail.
Bruh, okay,
And
we're not on
yeah,
this.
everything's
Talk about
changing.
I think you
Unturned.
should go to jail for misgendering people. It's very
Unturned-
rude, and you
We're
should go
talking
to
about
Unturned-
jail.
Unturned. Shut up.
You should go to meme
Okay.
jail. You should go to the meme
Okay,
poop
guys,
jail
give
for doing
Knight her space. I'm going to jail.
that. Listen. Okay. So I get where you're coming from, Charles, and I could actually see this happen. I think that instead of sky bases just being a thing, you should be able to craft a type of ceiling that doesn't have gravity.
No,
And then you can
I feel like
that way it would be at least a little bit more challenging, and it would actually be added to the game, so
What do
that
you
way
mean?
you could
Skybasing is
literally
challenging.
craft.
I feel like
a
a
ceiling
quirk your idea would be like a balloon, and then you put the platform on,
Skybasing.
Yeah,
is
you could craft
challenging. I don't know what you're talking about.
giant hot
Yeah.
air balloon type things, you know?
and it has like a shit ton of health. Like think of it as like a very super claim flag, but it just holds up your your base.
I don't know when Knight get this
So-
idea that skybasing is easy. It's not. It's not that easy.
It's
Even though
it's not okay. Wait, here's what I assume you have to do. You have to like make those. You have to make a huge fucking like tower full of shit, and that probably takes like what, at least like 300, 500 logs.
I mean, if you want to make a good sky base, it's hard. At the very least, it's like not like hard, as in hard, but like tedious. You know, because you gotta craft all the things and go up all the way. Or if you want to save resources, you gotta like salvage the stairs as you go up and then replace them. And
God.
it's just
you know what the funny thing is when people tell me Yukon is hard, and I tell them no, it's tedious, and they say the same shit. Because I tell them all you gotta do is just get logs, get a clamp fire down, and place it when the storm comes in. Like it's the same shit, and that's the same people that talk about sky bases too.
Why isn't
realize the
Yukon
hypocrisy
more
of what they
popular?
say.
Actually, Yukon is a sweet map. I love it.
Yukon
know.
looks good, plays
And
bad.
it's
People
fucking-
don't understand that Unturned isn't supposed to be a hardcore game. It's supposed to be a survival game. It's supposed to be like, I think it should
Yeah,
be
like
a
survival games can
casual
be
survival
hardcore.
game.
The-
A
the-
casual
Be
survival
hardcore.
game, not
Yeah,
a hardcore.
wait,
Yes, yes.
where's
Unturned was made to be a
where's our
casual
hardcore
survival
map?
game. This is true. I will agree with Knight on this one because that is the actual fact.
Thank you.
But I will say
Where's-
this: when we're getting into the idea of making Unturned more longevity and getting into stuff like that, Skybases should be just included in the game, even though they are tedious to make, and they don't work in vanilla. They don't work in vanilla. Like they fucking only work in one setting of Unturned. Again, which
The setting that should be removed.
Not many.
Kit PvP.
It's interesting because not many games do it, obviously, which sets it apart.
What gives
I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, that brings up the use for like helicopters. I mean, in games like DayZ, you would only use it for travel and whatnot, and superior like honey run. But with helicopters and Unturned, you do all that, and you can have like fucking cool air battles with someone who's on a skybase.
Yeah, they add a whole new element to the game. Like I don't think it's that bad to keep them in the game, and also they're only really limited to only one game setting. I mean, there is people that have made skybases on vanilla maps, but it's so difficult to even maintain them and like upgrade them that it's so hard. So I mean, like I don't think it should be removed. I think it's an aspect of Unturned that hasn't been fully mapped out, and I think it's unique to Unturned. It doesn't need to be removed.
Meow.
People can
Meow?
complain about it, but like literally, if you complain about it, you're just probably playing one version of Unturned, a specific mode. And if you wanted to just do that, just go play on vanilla, where it's a lot more not gonna exist.
I've seen so many sky bases in vanilla. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, it's
No,
like
It should be it needs to be a craftable thing, bro. Just make it a craftable thing, and everyone's happy.
No one's happy if that's a thing, dude.
Not true.
What you mean by probably what you mean by skybase is like an actual like just above ground. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like an actual like to limit skybase.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
They don't really exist in vanilla. They don't exist in vanilla. If you tell me they exist in vanilla,
I've
you're
seen
lying.
them.
I've played this game so fucking long. I've not seen
Not long enough, apparently.
I've played this game for so long that I've never seen a fully developed Valkyria 101 like style base in the sky. It's never existed. The only places that those exist on is like places like Panda Hut.
And
if you have any proof to disprove me, then show it to me.
Panda Hut needs to be shut down, anyways.
That's
Napple.
Bro,
what'd you have for lunch?
I haven't had anything for lunch. I've only had breakfast. But what
I haven't had for breakfast, bro.
What did you have for breakfast?
All right, I had an egg burrito for breakfast.
I'm making myself a sandwich. I just toasted the bread, and I'm waiting for it to cool off. Otherwise, the mayonnaise would get hot, and that's not something I want.
This guy.
Let's see. I need to decide what chips are pretty good. I mean, we still got like some Doritos left. The Cheetos are gone, of course. So
what do you think about this debate, Napple? What do you think about this skybase debate?
Bro, I kind of just blanked out. I was thinking about just making. I was literally thinking about making myself a sandwich. It went on for so long.
Bruh.
Nah, but I do think it's
guys,
interesting.
Never have Napple on your podcast. He blanks out. But it's okay because
no.
How does it feel?
No. I was joking. I was listening. listening.
Okay, he was joking, guys. He was joking, guys. It's okay.
There's that one video from
you
Lap
shouldn't
Up
joke about
where it shows a guy from
right,
like
sorry.
with a pineapple.
I know you're sensitive.
Is that you, Napple?
What? Wait, what? I blanked out. What did he say?
Oh my god, fat fucks, dude. There's a guy.
Bro, he just called you fat.
I'll have you know that I can bench press 40 pounds in the gym.
Doesn't mean you're not fat. To be completely fair,
40 pounds, like money.
That's pretty good. I can bench 45.
Wait. Okay, hold up. So, if the plates are 25, there's 2 plates on each side. That's 50 pounds plus the weight of the bar.
Which is like 45.
Pounds. That's a lot of money.
At least 90 pounds.
It's like 95.
Oh no.
Okay, so.
Fine.
Wait, so there's this one video Lap made about like some guy with a pineapple on his head. Was that you?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm like, can you show me the video? Just link me to the video real quick. I mean,
I'm on my phone right now.
There could be imposter pineapples out there.
That's what
possibly.
That's what I was considering.
There's something.
Would you put pineapple in your pasta?
Hold up. Can I discuss
Would I put pineapple?
Discuss something major.
Okay, hold up. In response to that, I have been to a place where it was like something called a firecracker bowl, right? Okay. So it's mac and cheese with like some spicy, with like some spicy sauce. They put pineapple in there, and your choice.
Oh, that is atrocious.
No, it's actually fucking amazing. It's actually amazing.
People when they're like,
but very inconsistent.
Actually, pineapple on pizza is actually kind of good.
He sounds like
pineapple on pizza is kind of atrocious. But have you ever had pineapple
I work
in burgers?
at a pizza place, and we offer that. I think about quitting every day.
Because then that's very cuisine-ish, I guess.
Like, oh, it's a Hawaiian pizza. Like that's like a anti-advertisement to go to Hawaii.
Matt just really hates
the most atrocious combination of toppings on pizza over your state.
I just imagine like you wanting to hang up the phone when they say Hawaiian pizza.
Hey, I saw you. Hey, I saw you delete that nerd emoji. You can't hide from me. You can't hide from me, Napple.
If Fluffin Pancake is watching to the end of this, can he make an animation where he actually does that? He hangs up one night.
Make an animation.
Okay, can you make an animation of me and Trident arguing over foliage?
Yeah, can you guys do that?
Please, that would be amazing, Fluffy.
Please. I have OBS on right now. Don't worry. Highlights are coming to my channel. You can find that at youtube.com/Napple.
It's also in the description below. Go subscribe to Napple. Up and coming star in the future.
Yes, up and coming.
Anyways,
uploading Napple. If you don't stop uploading, I'm gonna be mad.
I'll be mad too. I really like it.
Don't worry, I'm envisioning a beautiful video for the future. Don't worry.
Right. I have a big question for everyone. Now everyone's on the podcast. So Has everyone seen the new Unturned animated trailer?
By Fluffy?
Yeah, by Fluffy.
Yeah, that was good. I liked it. He showed like different lore events from the main maps.
Saw a
What do
little
you-
bit of it, but clicked off fast.
Damn, what? Is there a reason?
No reason. Just
Was it the fact that
not
he's
really
black?
something I'm interested in.
My question.
Trident, you make everyone who watches this podcast uncomfortable.
Nate, there's only one person who's more uncomfortable than me, and that's Lap Lap. And you probably know the reason why. That one clip that he did of you and someone not to be named. Am I not ringing any bells, Nate?
No. Okay, can I talk about something that just happened this recent update? Let's talk about Unturned. The biggest thing that's happened to Unturned is that Nelson has finally killed the free drop items.
Wait, what?
Well,
I just got.
Wait, he did?
No, not true.
Well,
Not
a
true.
lot
I
of
literally
these-
just got.
well, this is what
I got a
his wording
fucking
was.
cherry rake. I got a fucking a cherry, not jackhammer, a fucking cherry crowbar.
This was the wording that Nelson said. This is basically from Nelson, okay? So listen to me. He said, playtime item drops have been disabled, but may return for special events like map releases. It was not very exciting to receive the older items, and I want to eliminate any item drop farming if it exists. Those were the exact wording by Nelson. Now, this is very interesting. This has been a long time coming. This is the doomsday scenario. To all OG Unturned players, buy as much old stuff as you can right now, because I can be sure as hell I'm stockpiling for the future.
Night, this is a
oh man, I'm gonna buy all the Ukrainian jerseys. That's for sure. I'm gonna be buying all of them.
It is time to buy, and Unturned for the future. Invest now. The future.
Buy. Don't sell. Buy now. My hands are slimy from the turkey. I have to go wash my hands really quick.
So what do you guys think? Like, isn't that kind of crazy? After so long, Nelson has decided to drop it.
A little. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I got something from yesterday, like playing with a Knight Rider.
Really?
A cherry. Yeah, I got a cherry. Yeah, the cherry. Fucking crowbar. I got that.
Hey, yo, wait! Breaking news. Apparently, Z-Man is live right now, and the title says Mr. Spamel wants to sue me, and he is currently talking with Mr. Spamel live. Z-Man is currently talking with Mr. Spamel live.
Oh my god, we haven't heard.
Bro.
So wait,
you heard it here first, gentlemen.
Has not been making videos because he set up a whole lawsuit to sue Z-Man. I wonder how that will actually work. Who's gonna win?
Interesting. I mean, what are your thoughts on this, Charles?
International, and it's very silly. It's
very hard
to quantify the damage that Z-Man has done to Mr. Spamel. So I don't know.
I mean, could it I'm trying to think. Could it be slander that he could sue him for? Like, I have no idea.
I don't know.
I mean, would a court really look at it? Because I mean, laws are changing and shit, and if a law passes where online bullying's an actual crime, then that would not be very good for Z-Man.
Shut up. Online bullying is a crime.
What do you think about Z-Man, Mr. Napple?
Yeah, I think Mr. Z-Man's pretty alright. I mean...
Yeah, no, yeah. I know how much Knight loves him. Knight, you can talk about him now.
What, Z-Man?
Yeah,
he's alright.
Shut the fuck! Come on, Knight. Come on. Every time Z-Man was on the podcast, he'd always, defend him and everything.
I'm just the kind of guy that thinks that Listen. I'm a devil's advocate. Okay, I just tried to defend people.
You defend the devil? You advocate for the devil?
Okay, listen, it's an expression, not the actual devil. He's guilty, but Z-Man sometimes agrees to let. I'm watching the live right now. I will report. And CZK just donated $100 to Z-Man.
Oh,
nice. That might cover 1/10 of the
lawsuit
costs. Yeah.
No, I don't think that would go anywhere. I don't think if Spam were to do so, I don't think it'd be possible because he kind of self-sabotaged himself. Like it's
Z-Man pulling out the tax records.
I don't think it's very. I think it's very hard to even come to like a conclusion of what damages he's done because it's not really that quantifiable.
Mr. Spammel is denying that modern hosting makes more money than him.
I mean the major things were like pretty public and they were open. Yeah, and all it did was just some testing.
But then again, it's like what? Like, the damages are not that quantifiable. Like,
Z-Man says he got the tax records. Modern hosting makes more than Mr. Spammel, and Mr. Spammel is denying it.
I'm being DM'd by a bunch of people right now. What the fuck is happening, dude?
Watch the live.
I'm not watching the live during the podcast episode. You guys completely ignored my question of like, it's about the item drops being disabled now. Even though maybe
this is more important.
It's not more important.
Well, it's weird. I mean, it's strange. I mean, this is not the first lawsuit in Unturned history, right?
I don't even think. Well, the first lawsuit in Unturned history was. I don't even know, honestly.
I wonder if Nelson is gonna sue Unturned Bet because he gave him the cease and desist, and they're still running. I think
that's the first major lawsuit.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually serious.
Yeah.
Because I think all the other lawsuits are kind of like jokes. Like the other one, like the other lawsuit, which was happening with Act, with losing everything. Like, that's not going through. That's never going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
But like Nelson, so I guess Nelson's cease and desist was the real deal.
I assume so because, I mean, I think that's the real thing, and he's had to take action.
And then there was that one freaking simp for Unturned Bet that hit him with the laughing emoji.
Yeah, he was very happy.
Nelson got banned, bro. Bro, they were like, "Hey, I'm gonna sue you if you don't stop."
I mean,
banned.
how come the guy that made the Unturned Bet, why didn't he do something like that Rusty Pot did, and say he did like Unturny Pot, or put some sort of spin on words like Jesus.
We need to have. We should have Mr. Spammel and Z-Man on.
Z-Man, there's 73.
Yeah, there's 73 people listening to that, dude. Whatever is said, I'm not gonna listen to it. Honestly, I think it's just like clown. It's like a circus. If he really believes that he's gonna sue him, I just like it's a joke. And the reason why I'm saying that I think this is a joke because almost every individual person that said they're gonna sue somebody has all failed. Mm-hmm. There's never been a successful lawsuit that's happened that I've seen happen and turn successfully. The only one that I'm seeing that could potentially go to finals...
I'm going to be right back. I'm going on the field as a field journalist real quickly.
Is literally
I'll be right
Nelson's
back.
lawsuit to Unturned Bet, which is literally SDG.
Right back.
Literally, SDG is the only person that I would believe would even do that, and both my other hosts just left. Let this be known, Napple. Those are both my other hosts. Those are my other hosts. They just leave. They just leave for no reason. I'm on my phone reading all this stuff. I don't think it's that important. Honestly, we'll see. I don't know how bad it will get. But that's my first reaction. If he's actually gonna sue him, it's not gonna happen. Don't worry about it. It's stupid.
Yeah.
It's literally on the call with Z-Man and Spammel, and he's literally asking for 70 people, what's your, like, for the Unturned podcast, give us, like, the scoop.
He is, dude. I see him. Oh my god.
No, he's not.
He is. I see him.
Bro, oh.
Fucking hell.
What a little imposter. What a little imposter.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Unturned
dude. Everyone's making me close the channel. I love the Knight Rider so fucking much. Liam this games. Everyone's making him. Everyone in the comments, if you listen up to this point, please put a nerd emoji with an arrow pointing to it saying the Knight Rider. I think that'd be very good to put that there, and I think it'd be very interesting.
The most popular stream, dude. The most popular stream ever.
The most popular stream ever?
Well, it's like it has nearly 100 views.
All right, I just got Mr. Mr. Spammel's statement. Mr. Spammel says that he does not want to sue Z-Man, but if he keeps quote hearing him saying all this wrong stuff about him, then he will sue. He has grounds to sue for damages. That is what Mr. Spammel says, and Z-Man.
What quantifiable damages?
Oh my god!
Spammel is almost like 3 times the size of him when he was talking bad about him. and everything. Like I don't know. I don't think that would ever
I
go.
mean, I imagine there's people that do the same thing like Markiplier, PewDiePie, and I don't see people suing them.
That's like so. I don't know. I don't know anything about this specific topic because the problem is that these are two different nations, two different countries. First of all.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck.
Would already
Internet
a lot of problems already. And
fucking
this is
international suing laws.
And
probably
this is
gonna
a
be
very like kind of niche kind of scene, and specifically, this is a niche game in a niche scene in niche drama about two YouTubers. One that literally had like I don't know 4K subs, and the other had 33K. Like I think either is Spammel delusional, or is he really that full of himself to think that he's able to do that? Like I don't know. I don't know. If I was a lawyer, I'd be like, yeah, I'm not taking this case. This is
okay. Well, here's
the most delusional guy I've ever seen.
Here's the thing. Z-Man did go a bit hard into Mr. Spammel, and I think I said it multiple times. But it didn't seem to the point where it was actually super harmful to the guy's reputation.
It doesn't seem like it's quantifiable of how much damage has Z-Man done because the community is so small. I would literally have to see like lawyers combing through like chat logs and Discord to come to a decisive conclusion of how much damage has Z-Man actually done. Like, it's actually kind of insane. Like, to me, it's so delusional. To me. But then again, I don't know the backwards of Pine Hosting and how much money they're getting, or any of, like, Spammel's businesses that have been affected. Maybe there has been some actual proof of, like, sales dropping or something. But from what I'm looking at, it just seems delusional to think that this had major damages to Spammel. I guess maybe even a defamation case, but still, again, I don't even know how that would work, because I feel like most of the things that Z-Man said was mainly just exaggerated opinions, like most of his videos. It's exaggerated opinions for entertainment. So I don't know. It's kind of hard to...
Z-Man just keeps asking if he can get unbanned from the server.
Yeah, it's a bit ridiculous, in my opinion. It's a bit ridiculous. Anyway, I think there was one thing I was going to say. And it's specifically... Yeah, anybody that's been listening up to this point, you're probably wondering, where is the 505 or Cradle Games developers of Unturned Console, and where are they? Because, I'll tell you this, I've been thrown through 4 loops so far to get in contact with these guys. And I'm pretty sure 505 Games have actually sent me to a shadow realm of, like, communications with whoever the fuck I'm talking to. Now, I have contacted Cradle Games directly from the actual, like, their website, right? Which, to me, as someone that's you know, a person that plays a lot of Unturned and someone that likes Unturned, it is very worrying to me to see that the only thing that Cradle Games list on their website that they have been actually working on is Hellpoint, which is this weird RPG, like, game that they did and they made. And the only thing that they've been focusing on what all it focuses on, and even on their Discord, Cradle Games' Discord, their whole entire server is Hellpoint, which is very concerning to me of what their ideals and what they're actually focused on, first of all, which is very worrying. I didn't even know how bad it really was about that. Not to say that they're not doing anything, but it is telling to see that almost everything I've seen about Cradle Games is right next to it is Hellpoint, their game that they're working on. So I got in contact with Cradle Games directly. Cradle Games completely ghosted me. They didn't say anything to me. They didn't tell me anything. I sent them a whole message. It's been like 2 weeks. They didn't say me anything. Next, a couple weeks later, I passed just to see, because this is a small development team. I'm not gonna be like mad if they didn't respond in like 3 days. I waited like weeks and I got no response. So I go ahead and look for more information on how to get in contact with them, and immediately went to their Discord server, which was called Hellpoint, which is shows what they're really focused on. I go to them and I ask a question. There's a questions tab in this server where you can ask the developers of Hellpoint a question. I asked them a question about if they're willing to come onto a podcast episode with us and discuss about Unturned Console. One of the developers of Hellpoint, I believe, and a member of Cradle Games said you had to message 505 Games, which is funny because somebody else also reacted to that message I originally sent, which was a 505 Games dev, like a person that is in 505 Games have also reacted to that message too. So I have a Cradle Games employee telling me to go message 505 Games, and this File 5 Games dev that reacted to the message but didn't do anything else. So I go to File 5 Games, and the only real support that I can really get a message to is this File 5 Games support. And I went to look for Unturned console in this listing, and I did, and I was able to go through that. And it was immediately a day passed by, and I was told by this person in the email, just send it to this email instead, which is like this community505.games.com email that exists. The website doesn't exist. That website takes you to some random website, which is really weird. First of all, the website that it takes you to is some weird Agario website, IO, the .io websites that you used to play .io games. And I emailed the account and I've gotten no response, and it's been about 3 days now. So what I've been basically done, what's done to me is I've been sent to person to person to person and gone nowhere. I'm not really sure what the deal is with either Trident Games or 505 Games, if anyone's even working on Unturned console, because this is really worrying. From what I'm seeing, from what Trident Games is showing, there was no mention at all that I was able to read, that I can remember off the top of my head right now. No mention of them working on Unturned at all in the listings. It was only this game called Hellpoint, and that's really telling of what's happening with Unturned. Now, I'm not saying that they aren't working on it. This is not me saying that they're not working on it. But it is very weird that a game that they're also working on, with the main developers team that's helping 505 Games work on, Trident Games, is not listing Unturned as a game that they're working on. That's very weird. I don't know if Nelson knows this at all. I don't know if he's even talked to Trident Games whatsoever, or he just directly talks to 505 Games, and 505 Games just deviates the work to Trident Games. But I've gotten no information of who's actually working on this game, who is actually doing anything with this game, and I've gotten no responses. I've only been told, go to this other person, go to this other person, go to this other person. And it's getting very, very weird to actually get to somebody. And the last person that I even contacted was just Community Games 505, whatever the hell this thing is I've gotten no response with. And I don't even think it's a real thing. I think it was just a joke that 505 Games just sent me to, because I actually typed in this exact website and it doesn't even exist. It takes me to this .io website. So I don't know what the fuck is happening. I don't know if there's some huge thing. I might talk to Candelar, because I know he's a lot more involved with this stuff. But this is very weird. This shouldn't really be happening, in my opinion. What is happening is very strange. So if anyone was wondering what happened to Unturned console, I don't even know. I don't even know what's going on right now, because nobody's telling me anything. File 5 is being sus. Trident Games is being sus. I don't know. I really don't know. I hope that somebody's working on console edition, but to me right now, it is very, very weird. So yeah, very strange times. No one's gonna follow up with that.
Yeah. I have nothing to follow up with. It's just kind of strange.
Both my other hosts just don't talk whatsoever. That's just.
I was drinking water.
You just asked Spammel and Brad if they worked out.
What?
What?
Doug just got in there and randomly asked Spammel and Brad if they worked out.
Yeah. Okay. I see where Night Rider is focused on. I see what Night Rider is. He doesn't care about the Hunter podcast. He thinks
Should
we
just end the podcast and pick up on this later? Because Night Riders kind of seems preoccupied.
Well, we're about to end the episode. It's about to end.
Bro, okay, no. Now I feel bad. Okay, wait. No, I exited out the video. I exited out. Okay, we're good.
One final thing. Besides 505 Games, because that's just weird. I am planning two things. There's two things that might happen in the near future for Unturned. I'm currently working on a song. I actually currently working out the main details, and I think it'd be really funny. I think it'd be really funny. I don't think anybody cares about that, but I think it'd be really funny. Next thing. Last episode, literally nobody talked about the fact that Lap was Trident Games. I'm very surprised. Even Trident didn't even know who was impersonating him.
Well, at first, no. Then I watched the thing, and oh yeah, It was him.
Dude,
Bro, who would want to impersonate Trident Games?
dude, like Renga didn't even know it was Lap, bro. Like, no, I don't think anybody knew it was Lap. Literally, you were replaced. You were literally psychologically replaced with an imposter. How do you feel about that?
Spoiler alert, this is actually Lap.
Trident, how do you feel about that?
How do I feel about impersonation?
Yeah, being impersonated to an audience of people.
I could say slander.
Slander.
But I'll give it a thumbs up. Well, I didn't say. I said I could.
Sue for slander.
You have a sue for slander and be like, I don't know how much damage that Trident Games has done to my character or to my business. I'm gonna sue you. Yeah, I don't know. Delusional. Another thing I wanted to talk about is...
Yeah. Alright. Yo.
Well, there goes Trident. But since he's gone, this is the last thing I'll probably be talking about before the end of this episode.
No, don't end it yet.
Bro, it's already over an hour. This is like usually the time we end the episode.
Okay.
Unless you have something to say to Napple or any questions, then go ahead.
Napple, I love you.
Wait.
All right, I love you too, baby.
But wait, Napple, you're leaving?
No.
Oh.
We're not yet per se.
We're not done yet. The last thing I was gonna say was I've been playing a lot of Rust, right? I've been playing a lot of Rust, and I was thinking while playing a lot of Rust, how cool would it be if we get another event, major event, like Dying Light and Unturned, that happen for like another survival game like Rust. Like I don't know. We and Trident were discussing this privately, but like I think it would be really awesome to see specifically two of the biggest survival games, and I think on Steam, because Minecraft's the top survival game. Let's get real. Two of the biggest survival games on Steam having a crossover together, because I think a lot of people, there's a lot of over the years, specifically I've only really seen this in the Unturned scene. Like when I went to Rust and like I had like OG like Rust players look at my account. Almost every one of them that saw my hour count on Unturned was like, all right, this guy, he's okay. He's fine. He's going to be able to join with us. like I was pretty heavily respected by the Rust people that exist currently. And they were like, there's no problem with this guy. Like, this guy's a fucking gamer. Like, almost all of them were like, yeah, this guy's a fucking gamer. Let him be. He could join us. Which is kind of funny. Which I think is kind of the opposite for Unturned as currently. Like, even what happened with Lap's recent video, and again, it shows this sentiment against Rust, that really people hate Rust in the Unturned community. Like, it's really weird. I don't know why. Like, I even experienced this too. Like, even I disliked Rust at one point from Unturned. I really just want to distance myself. I don't know. It's really strange. It's a really strange phenomena. I guess it's more so like, I don't know what it's called. But I think there's a heavy loyalty to Unturned in the community, and when anyone switches really to or starts playing Rust or playing other survival games in general, they're really heavily disliked for doing so. There were some people in Lap's audience that did say this when he switched to Rust in his recent Rust video. I did tell him after that, like, I'm down to play with you. I think Napple, you played with them for his first Rust.
Oh, yeah. It was in this video. Yeah. I kind of experienced what you went through. Yeah, Charles. Like I got Rust not too long ago at all. But before then, I kind of thought like some of the things I thought were, people say Unturned's a Roblox looking ass game, blocky ass fucking
Lucky ass
shit. Yeah. But then I always like thought Rust's graphics were kind of mid as well. When I see a game where it like tries to mimic realistic graphics and kind of just, but in like a kind of a cheap way, I always think it just kind of looks not that fantastic. But I got Rust. Looks completely fine. I don't know. And I thought like the gameplay of Unturned was more unique, but I find myself preferring Rust gameplay loop even more than Unturned. I kind of just find myself preferring Unturned in general.
I think what you hit the nail on the head when you said about the criticism of Unturned's graphics. I think that also has a point, because I think a lot of people that play Unturned, that like Unturned, get criticized for when people outsiders that look at Unturned and just criticize the graphics of Unturned. It makes them think like, no, this game is so much more than its graphics, which it is. It is true. Unturned, if you were to look at the surface, if we're gonna go in like completely blind, right, and act like a new player, the game looks not that good compared to other games that exist right next to it that came out at the same time. Like when it comes to graphical wise, the first thing you're gonna notice in the game is its graphics. That's the first thing you're gonna notice, and I think that impression has shaped a lot of people to be more loyal to Unturned because of that criticism at the beginning. Because people immediately come into the idea that Unturned's a shit game and is not really going to be that fun. But when you actually play it, it's like really fun, right? And you have these outsiders telling you, like, oh no, this game is just like a Roblox ripoff, right? Which annoys you. And it even annoys me whenever I read that. It annoys me because Unturned is so much more than that critique or that entire thing. And it really does show, like, whenever anyone makes that criticism, it does show who has actually played the game and who has not. Because for the most part, whenever anyone that plays the game and actually like kind of enjoys it and played it for a long time doesn't use that criticism whatsoever to Unturned because they know that the graphics are not the thing that hold this game up. It's the gameplay and actually playing the game itself that holds this game up to higher prestige.
And that's
the graphics couldn't be anything other different. So
and I remember telling you about this, Charlie. Graphics play can definitely play a huge role. You know, like just like a slight change in them, like in something that everyone sees, can make the game feel like something completely new. Like for example, like the clouds. You know, like now the clouds are in the sky. Like now the map feels like, you know, I don't know, gives it like a different ambience. And things such as like the fog update for Germany, I completely changed it, or at least completely changed the look. Now it looks like a lot more lush and
green foliage.
No, I meant in the fog. The fog.
It's coming. The fog is coming.
Wait, is that
the
my
fog
check?
Is coming.
No.
What the hell is this?
Bruh.
All
Gonna see some
right.
mail in the
Don't
mail.
talk
I
to
got
your
Where's
mom
my
like
money? This guy.
Man.
No,
check.
but I think
don't talk to your mom
I
like that,
think-
bro. What?
what Napple said was true though. Like specifically, there's a lot of people that come into Unturned and look at Unturned for the first time, immediately make that criticism, and it immediately makes people angry because it's so much more than that. It makes me mad too, and I think that also strengthens like a kind of weird loyalty to Unturned. And I think that problem and that loyalty is also made people really dislike other people's survival games, such as Rust. Rust is like probably like is the other biggest survival game on Steam, and I think there is a bit of animosity there between the communities. And I think it would be very constructive and very nice to see a collaborative effort between Facepunch and SCG Studios to make an event like that, some type of crossover between each other's games, because I think there shouldn't be really this animosity towards each other's games. Like, this shouldn't be a thing. That shouldn't be a thing.
And
There shouldn't be
I just got my paper from Selective Service. I could go to war.
Yo.
That was just jury duty.
What?
Wait, what?
Yeah, no, and now you have to do it, Charlie, and you should have done it already, Knight.
No, I've never done jury duty.
Not jury duty, I meant like Selective Service, you know, draft.
Oh yeah, I've done that. Yeah. No, I haven't been drafted. But I mean, I filled out the paper.
Wait, Napple, how old are you? If you don't mind
I'm
me.
15.
Nah, so you knew. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long ride. But back to what I was saying. Yeah, I do think it would be cool to make an event between the two games, because I think this animosity between two games really shouldn't happen. Specifically, even in the survival scene, we're both survival games. We shouldn't have this type of like against each other. We should be more mad at like probably like Fortnite or something. Like there shouldn't be any animosity between our games. That shouldn't be a thing. I think it'd be very nice to see like an event between the two games. So I think there's a lot of crossover when it comes to some players that do play Rust and Unturned. Like I think a lot of content creators in the scene actually have Rust too. Even back in the day, like Zombie was playing Rust as well, alongside with Unturned. So I mean, it's something that there's a bit of crossover when it comes to the community, and there's a bit of animosity between the communities for each other's games. I think this would be a good way to end it. Make some event where there's like certain items. Like me and Trident were talking about this, and I said this as a suggestion to him. Like it'd be cool if like the C4 had a skin. Like imagine a C4 skin where it was like the Rust C4, and then Rust has like the Unturned C4 skin, like something that does not exist currently. Like that'd be cool. Like,
Yeah.
I think that'd be really, really fucking cool. And it'd be like a limited item that exists on one item. That skin doesn't exist on any other item. So if you want a skin for that item, you're gonna be only getting that one item. Also, I was talking about like how Rust has now Rust has the M249, which Dragonfang was based on the M249, and the Nikarev, Rust added this new thing called the HMLMG, which I was thinking like it would be good skins for Dragonfang and Nikarev for both of them to switch skins. Kind of a more high poly like Dragonfang, and maybe either like more kind of run down Nikarev would be funny as like skins, and then there'd be like a Nikarev and Dragonfang skin in Rust. I think that would be a cool idea too. Maybe even like some type of clothing either. Like I know Dying Light had the zombie head, and Unturned. This wasn't the event that happened. The Unturned Unturned did so much for that event too. Unturned put the bags, the blue bags, which I think they still exist in Seattle, right?
What blue bags?
The blue bags.
They do. The blue bags are still around.
Fall damage. Yeah, they stop your fall damage, which is a completely new.
Oh yeah, from fucking the one game, yeah.
Yeah, from Dying Light, which is a completely new mechanic. It kind of changed a couple things when it comes to Seattle. Like there has been a couple switch ups when it comes to how Seattle is run now because of that change. Like it actually changed the gameplay of Unturned a little bit when it came to Seattle, and added this specific item that's no longer able to get. It was only available for the event, which was the machete. I forgot it was Korvik machete. I have it in my inventory. I have it in my inventory because I was like, I'm gonna get this event because it's the first time Unturned has an event between another game, and I'm gonna get it. So I got it, and yeah, I think it's really. It'd be nice to get another event like that with another survival game, and especially one of the biggest survival games on Steam, crossing with each other. So I think that's going to be in this end of the episode I was going to talk about. I don't think any of you guys have any more questions, have any more things to say, right?
I got nothing.
Well, sorry, I zoned out. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't. I got nothing. I got nothing.
Trident. Okay, that's really insightful, Trident. Thank you again for Napple for showing up. Sorry I didn't really ask you many questions, but hey, you showed up.
Hey, yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, all right. So
yeah, of course.
All right.
Yeah.
This concludes this episode of the Unturned podcast. I've been your host, cucuycharles, and join us once again for the next episode where Stats will be back. And if 505 Games did not lie to me, maybe next episode would be them. Goodbye.
Yay!
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.